most strongly supported, inference. We're really just looking for a paraphrase of the argument as a whole, unless we can possibly draw connections between multiple parts here. Which one? E? Yeah, excellent, great. Yeah, he said E. Blown away? So the argument's saying that more money does not lead to more happiness. Instead, it's more money relative to others in neighborhood that will lead to more happiness. So because this does not work, that supports E. It's pretty much a paraphrase of it. It has to be relative to others in the neighborhood in order for you to feel better overall. That's what they're looking for to support here. It's the idea, it's the whole idea of keeping up with the Joneses, essentially. You want to know that you're doing better than your neighbors. That's what makes you feel good. If you just raise everyone's income level, then you're in the same position relative to others as you were previously. No impact on that relative comparison. Yeah?
I feel like E, to me, I would see that answer if the question asks, like, what follows logically. Like, I feel like if that was, like, the wording of the question, then I would have chosen E. But I just chose C because, yeah.
Okay, so then we have the question of the question type here that we have to think about. Most strongly supported versus follows logically. How do those differ? Is the question. We have to know what question type we're dealing with in order to solve it, right? And the issue is, there really isn't much of a difference here. Follows logically and most supported are virtually the same thing. And let's think about those relative to must be true. How do these question types differ? Must be true, most supported, follows logically. Well, first off, I think follows logically isn't really a separate category. If I had to, I would place follows logically with must be true. Now, most supported is like a soft must be true. For most supported, we're looking for something that is maybe 95% guaranteed by the stimulus, something that we could reasonably assume, but is not necessarily 100% guaranteed. But the correct answer to a most supported could be a must be true, because after all, something that is 100% guaranteed by the stimulus is incredibly strongly supported, right? So I think you were right on the money, you just weren't sure about how to deal with the question type. But if you're looking for follows logically, you're definitely on the right track with a question type like this, because E certainly does follow logically from the stimulus. What's wrong with C? Satisfaction is correlated with neighborhood. That would mean maybe something like live in a richer neighborhood, you're going to have more money and be more satisfied. But that's not dealing with the within neighborhood variation. This stimulus is all about how you relate or compare to others within your own neighborhood. And C is suggesting that everyone in the same neighborhood is going to be in the same exact position. Because it's correlated neighborhood by neighborhood. So rich neighborhood, likely perhaps more satisfied, poor neighborhood, less satisfied. But the stimulus was saying what happens within the rich neighborhood, what happens within the poor neighborhood.
It's actually saying the opposite. Saying there's absolutely no correlation.
Exactly. So C is saying there is, what they say is not strongly correlated. Yeah, so the point they're trying to get across is that it's not about your zip code, for example. It's instead about who else is on your block, who else is 2 blocks over, and you see them with their nicer car, their nicer house or whatever, and you feel bad about yourself, even though as a whole, your neighborhood is on average maybe much better off than the one 2 zip codes over.